to describe that. Her commitment to the community at large goes so much further than just kind of what we all see. Her husband, Jerry Davis, was Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Houston. They have worked tirelessly to serve the community where they live, lovingly known as District B. You'll see Rachel putting her money where her mouth is with so many of the events that they do. This Plexus journey is just another extension of so many of the things we've partnered together with over the years. I've had the opportunity to work with her on many a nonprofit endeavor. And so it is a complete blessing and excitement. I'm so glad that so many of you guys showed up today to hear her share her year of impact. And without further ado, I'm gonna turn you over to Dr. Rachel Davis.
Thank you so much, Erica. I want to meet that person you're talking about. Is that me? So yes, I'm so blessed to be in this spot right now, and it's not by happenstance that this is happening. I believe that the Lord has a bigger purpose for me, and always, and all of us really. And over the past year, when we were forced in 2020 to kind of sit down and reevaluate and look at some things inward, I was blessed to be open to the idea of impacting people's health and wealth and my own health and wealth with this opportunity. Had it happened in 2019, had it happened even now, I don't know if it would have taken off the way that it did for me and for a lot of people on our team. Again, I'm just so grateful and full of gratitude with what we've been able to do together in this business and with our health and in our community with sharing this information. So again, I am Dr. Rachel Davis. I am a licensed pharmacist. I do practice pharmacy full time. I am a consultant for Planned Parenthood. I work in mail service at United Health Group. I do have 3 teenagers that keep me very busy, and a very involved and active husband who, like Erica said, does all the things. So initially, when I first learned about Plexus several years ago, I thought it was about weight loss, right? I had a friend who told me about the products, plant-based, and so that really resonated with me as a pharmacist and as somebody who was raised to really pay attention to what we were putting in our mouths. My mom is on the call today, and I remember when I was a young girl, one year she made a birthday cake. I can't remember whose birthday cake it was, but she made it with wheat germ instead of regular flour and sugar. Of course, at the time, we didn't understand the value of that. But we were exposed to understanding just because it's there and available and quick doesn't mean it's going to benefit us. And I don't take that lightly. I mean, because it then opened my mind up to understand plant-based is the way to go. She later on did go raw, and she does practice a vegan lifestyle, pescatarian actually. So I had a great role model. But even though those things and you try your best to do those things, I was still I lost the weight when I was on Plexus years and years ago. And then I was still having, like, being really tired. I was still battling with chronic sinusitis. I suffered from earaches and just sinus and allergy problems since I can remember my mom having to pick me up from school. But so I thought that was normal though, y'all. So my focus was the weight. I lost the weight and I managed. You know, as a pharmacist, I knew what to do. You do the antibiotics, you do the steroids, you take allergy medicines every day, you get immunotherapy, you take the shots. You know, I didn't understand that the chronic fungal overgrowth that I was battling against was making me very tired, having brain fog, lacking mental clarity, Even though I was doing all the things. I'm an avid runner. I run half marathons. I train for them all year. Um, it was working against me in all of that because I was doing all the things. So I had resolved in my mind that that was going to be normal for me. I was going to be tired, because I'm a mom and I had all these kids. Well, all these kids, I had, I wear a lot of hats, and then I'm just tired, right? Well, my sister, Dr. Adrienne Williams, encouraged me, along with her friend, the very dynamic Rhea Moore, to look at plexus again. What I mean, what a blessing, because what Dr. Williams is my dentist, and she's also my sister. But what she was able to encourage me to do, she was seeing some things with my oral health, and she said, "I really think you should look at the gut health products again." And I was like, "Okay, I will," because I trust my sister, and of course, she was starting to share, and so I said, "Well, I'll do this, and I'll order the products so I can help my sister." Erica is showing your slide. These are some of the things that I was struggling against. Waking up tired, feeling sluggish, being overweight, a lot of the things that a lot of us think are, just normal, right? As I started to understand more about gut health, I did understand now the connection between the things, all the things, gut health and whatever your current issue is. I challenge you to Google it. Some of the symptoms that we think are just our lack of willpower to say no to the sweets, to sweet tooth. Oh, I just have a sweet tooth, or like Dr. Sylvia says, I have sweet teeth, right? It is maybe, not maybe, it is, could be a symptom of dysbiosis. And not having having an imbalanced gut and an overgrowth of bad bacteria and not enough good bacteria can show up in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. And the way that it was showing up for me was just inability to indecisiveness. I didn't understand that. I can't make a decision. I was paralyzed. A lot of the times, like, oh, I can't make a decision. I don't know. That was a result, or was not being helped by not having the right balance in my gut and having the overgrowth of bad bacteria. This information to me was mind blowing. As a healthcare provider, as a pharmacist who knows how to help people manage disease states, but my knowledge and knowing that there's more, and that we're overeating, overstressed, and don't even bring up the pandemic, overworked, all the things that are working against us. Getting a viable option to be able to balance all that out and have freedom to be able to exercise really feeling great is what I quickly understood about being focused on your gut health. So I'm going to introduce one of when I first started sharing the benefits of the products, because once you understand that, how you don't have to always be tired, always feel like I have to lose weight, and there's really, it's the overwhelm mentally, the overwhelm. Once you realize that's connected to gut health, and this company has figured it out, you start sharing and telling people, right? When you find a great deal on, a great sale, and you want to just call your friend up and say, "Hey, get over here," or "Go to this website there." I mean, when you figure out something good, you tell people. And that's what I started doing. And so one of the first people that I shared with was Dr. Tiffany Wilson, my cousin's sister. And I'm going to let her take the floor.
Thank you, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Hope you all are doing well today. Glad to see all your beautiful faces. Yes, so Rachel, we were talking the other day. We actually did a live the other day, and I was going through my phone. I don't delete text messages, and it's like hilarious that I still have the message that she sent me the very first time she to share Plexus with me. So it was around this time last year. Of course, this is when our world kind of started to shut down, right? I was working out in the gym, and the gyms had actually closed. And so I think I posted a picture working out outside, and I suffered from very severe allergies. Like, I went to the allergy doctor years ago and was tested for about 80 things. And of the 80, I was allergic to about 78. Okay. So everything outside, trees, grass, everything. Okay. So I think my post said something to the nature of, I'm having to work out outside, don't know how this is going to go. And Rachel reached out and she was like, hey, I'm so glad to see you taking care of yourself. I have these plant-based supplements that I'd like to introduce you to. So I was like, okay, no problem. And she invited me to a Zoom. I got on the Zoom. Actually, I was like out and about, but I wanted to hear the information because I had actually already started to lose weight because I started in January of 2020, working out, changing my diet, and just trying to be better because I was tired all the time. In 2020, January 2020, I was 208 pounds. And I was like, I can't continue to live like this. That was heavier than I was when I had a baby in 2017. So I'm like, no, there's no way I can keep this weight on me. My allergies out of control, just tired, lack of energy, waking up tired. So, why not? I'll listen, I'll see what it's all about. I sat on that Zoom and I listened, and I was intrigued, especially when Rachel started talking about how she had sinus surgery. I had sinus surgery in 2018. Still was not feeling all the relief that I was supposed to have felt from those surgeries. And so I was like, okay, if this can help me, with that, let's see, let's try it. However, like I said, the world had shut down. Being a assistant principal, I was trying to help navigate and figure out what we were doing with school and just all the things. So I didn't have time to get back to Rachel. So one day she texted me again and she was like, what's your address? And so I was like, oh, okay. So guess, she's going to send me something. And she's like, yep, I'm sending you a 3-day challenge box. So she sent me that 3-day challenge box. And actually, as soon as it arrived, I was like, okay, let me try this, because everything that I heard on that call that I sat on, I was impressed and I trusted Rachel. So I knew that she wasn't going to, bring something to me that was not going to be beneficial to what my journey was. So I took that 3-day challenge box, and literally, y'all, day 2, I worked out twice that day. I woke up that morning and worked out, and I had so much energy and just felt so good that I worked out again that evening. So when I finished, I called her and I was like, hey, whatever is in that box, I need all of it, just everything. And so that's where my journey began. And I'm just so blessed. So like Rachel said, it's not just all about the weight loss. I just feel so much better. I didn't even know that I didn't feel well. I didn't know that there was a better. Being a mom of 4 and having to always do, like we say, all of the things, I just thought that was my life. Being snappy with my kids because I was tired or not feeling my best, I thought that was normal. And now, my kids joking, they're like, "Ooh, we love our Plexus mama," because I just have more patience. That edge is taken off because I feel more balanced. I feel healthy. I feel happy. To date, I'm about 42 pounds down. I don't have chronic dandruff anymore, which was one of those unexpected Plexus blessings. I did not know that it was going to help with that, but it did. And just, looking at the pictures on the screen, my face, like, I just had that carb face in March of 2020, and look at it now. So, just thank y'all so much. And before I stop, I would be very, very remiss if I did not speak of the financial blessings that have come along with me sharing. I have a daughter that suffers with epilepsy, and we have thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands of medical bills that we are trying to take care of. And this has been that unexpected blessing to help cover the cost of her medical care, as well as take care of some other things that we've been wanting to do, that this extra stream of income with sharing with others have provided. So I'm so grateful, thankful, blessed that Rachel did reach out to me and share these life-changing products with me. And I'm a Plexus girl for life.
Yes, yes, Tiffany, yes. So exciting. So exciting. There's so many things I can say, but I'm going to reserve them for later. Thank you so much for sharing. You see my dear friend's name and pictures up on the screen. Shiante Deal. I'm going to have her share because her story is, oh my gosh, just so amazing. Thank you, friend, for being on this journey with me, and take it away.
Thank you, friend. Tiffany, kind of hard act to follow, but I'm gonna start my timer because I talk too much, so my timer's going. So grateful to be here. Like she said, my name is Shiante Deal by vocation. I'm a school counselor, so my goal and I live to help people is something that I love, right? But Rachel and I, like she said, we've been friends for a long time. We've been friends since high school, and I trust her. Like Tiffany said, Rachel's not that girl that comes to you with just junk. And so when she comes to you, you stop and listen, or you don't, like I didn't. So she came, and a little bit of my back, I have really, really bad asthma, and probably at least 3 or 4 times a year, I was going to the doctor. So Rachel has this way of going, hey, friend, what about this? And she said, I remember this conversation so vividly. She was talking about gut health and my asthma. I'm driving in the car and I'm like, really? Really, Rachel? I said, no, gut and lungs, those are 2 different things. And I was out. I was listening, but I was out. And so I wasn't hearing none of that, because I've been an asthmatic since I was 2 on all of this steroids, all the things, right? So she keeps plugging, and we keep talking. And you know what I love about her, she's really persistent, but not to the point where it's offensive, right? So this one time she calls for this, she says, hey, y'all, I'm gonna have my launch call. Can y'all get on and just listen? Nothing else. That's all it was. Sure, you support your friend. So I get on this call, and Dr. Tracy Petrie started talking about her diabetes. I don't have diabetes. What she didn't know was that because my asthma had been so bad, the doctor was talking to me about my blood sugar, and the overuse of steroids raises your blood sugar. And if my numbers didn't come down, she was going to have to medicate. And nobody in my family is diabetic. And I was like, seriously? So as Tracy's talking about these numbers, my ears really started to peak up. And so we get off the call, and we just do our thing. And Rachel, I've never said this on a call, but I'm gonna put her on blast today. She gifted me my first whole box. She was like, I want you to do this. And I was like, oh my gosh, friend. She was like, and you don't worry about it, you just pay it forward, which we've done. So she sent me the box. Y'all, when I tell you, it's been life changing. The correlation between my blood sugar and the steroid use is 0. So in all of 2020, I haven't had one steroid usage for my asthma. I haven't had to use it. So when I went back to the doctor, because she gave me a time frame. So she gave me this time frame. And so I went to the doctor, and she checked my numbers, and she was like, wait, what? Okay, keep doing what you're doing. And I was like, so for that, I was a Plexus girl at that point, because I could see the inflammation in my face changing, but beyond that, the diabetes, or the sugar, is my A1C number had come down. So that was my first win. That was a win for me. And so then my husband started using, and it was here. What I didn't say is when I bought the products, they sat in the cabinet for like 2 weeks, because I was like, I just can't do it. I can't do products like this. I started with the shake, and I was like, I called Rachel. I was like, Rachel, this is like ice cream in a cup. That's how good it tasted. And I'm not a breakfast girl, so it became my breakfast. And we're quarantined. I'm an educator and we were home. I was making a shake. My husband was making a shake and we were all in. And he gets up one day, he walks outside, he was doing something, his pants fall down, but his numbers aren't moving like weight wise. He was like, that scale is lying. I was like, but your pants are too big. So the inflammation is reducing. You're seeing that. And then I started to use all the things. And then so I'm adding products now. I know I need a multivitamin. A girlfriend that I worked with didn't even know. We're just talking about shakes. And I'm like, girl, you need the Plexus. I wasn't even trying to share, whatever. The X Factor Plus, I was having hot flashes since I was 35, like wake up with no clothes on kind of hot flashes because I was just hot. After about a week of using the X Factor, no more hot flashes. Holy cow. So that too was life changing. And then Plexus is so great. I got a call, Rhea, who's on the call. She texted Tiffany and I and asked us, had we used the Joyon products, which I really love this picture because I don't really pay attention to my skin. I'm really blessed with good skin and I don't really take care of it. My son says, you're just moving water around, dirt around on your face. That picture, that after picture looks like I have makeup. I don't wear makeup. I just wear lipstick. So what you see is just the products of great microbiome, on my face. So I use a cleanser and the AM and PM serum, just all of that. And it's been amazing. So it's been life changing. My kiddo, who is he had gallbladder surgery. So his insides were off. He is balanced now. So there are some great, great, great health wins that I didn't recognize it until today when Tiffany said something that I haven't had an asthma issue since this time, because I started this time in 2020, little later than Rachel. I haven't had an asthma episode in a year, y'all, one whole year. And for a 40, almost 9-year-old who's had asthma issues all the time, yeah, no issues. So, and then I'd be like Tiffany, I'd be remiss to say, I'm very humbled by the financial wins that we've gotten because I'm just sharing. I'm not sharing in the beginning. It wasn't to make any money and it's really not, it's to change lives because this product is amazing. A couple years ago, I know what it's like to be unemployed because my husband lost his job and we took a hit here in the family. We're better and it's great, but I ended up having to buy a car. I got one of my first Plexus commissions, it paid my car note. And I was like, wait, what? So it's win. And I'm not peddling a product. I'm not pushing it. I am sharing health and wellness. And the wins we have are the wins that I want to share. So I'm all over it. It's been great. And I'm grateful to have a friend on this journey. And there's another friend of ours, Victoria, she's on the call. We're talking every day. Are you doing this? Have you done this? I was like, okay, I mixed for the first time my slim and active. Okay, that's good. I didn't like that at first. I didn't like it. Win-win. So Plexus is amazing. There's so many great, great wins. I feel good. I'm sleeping well, and we're a whole Plexus family. Last thing Rachel knows is that little kids, because that baby of the bunch, they don't want to do what you want to do, right? He's like, I don't want none of that Plexus stuff. Well, he called the other day. He was like, hey, I'm kind of tired. What can I do? We sent him Slim, Active, and a multivitamin. And so he's like, okay, fine. So we're a whole Plexus family over here. And we're taking all the wins and we're sharing all the wins with whoever will listen because it's amazing. And so I'm grateful for my friend and very happy for her Plexus anniversary today and for pulling us in on the journey. So thank you, Dr. Rachel.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Shiante, you've said so many great things, so many good nuggets. So now you're probably on the call if you have not heard about gut health and how it affects every system. She mentioned the word microbiome. What does that mean? What is she talking about? Well, the microbiome are a group of bacteria that work synergistically with us. They live with us and in every part of our body. So your largest microbiome is in your gut. But the other microbiomes are your skin, your lungs, your nasal cavity, your oral cavity, and what did I miss? Lungs are a big one too. Your microbiome, or the bacteria that live on you in your system, talk to each other. If there's an imbalance in your gut, chances are one of those other microbiomes is where it's going to show up. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have gut issues because they poop regularly, right? Or they don't have acid reflux, or they don't have constipation, or they don't have, the things that are related to gut. Their stomach doesn't hurt, things like that. But like Shante said, her asthma and our lung health is directly related to our gut health. So it's our skin. So a lot of kids that have eczema, check what's going on in their gut. What's their diet like? Are they getting their fruits and vegetables? Are they eating carnivorous vegetables like broccoli on a consistent basis? Cauliflower, are they getting those probiotics? Most likely not, because no fault of our own, right? And that's just something that just happens as a society. They hide sugar in our food because that's what sells, right? And then we take on the burden of that, saying, well, I know I did, saying, oh, well, I just have a sweet tooth, or it's just because I don't work out as much, or it's just because my lack of willpower, or, we blame ourselves. But really it's a lot of what's going on in our environment and in our culture and just all the things. So when we have an imbalance of bad bacteria to good, so it should be 20% bad bacteria, 80% good. A lot of us are walking around with 80% bad and 20% good. When that happens, it will show up, like I said, in the different areas. So brain fog, mental, not having mental clarity, attention, some of the attention problems, inability to focus. I didn't know, dandruff, like Tiffany talked about, like my indecisiveness, but I didn't know the value or the connection, the great connection between your gut and your brain, right? I thought the brain was telling the gut what to do. I didn't understand that a lot of your serotonin, your mood boosting hormones are manufactured by good gut bacteria. Well, what happens when you don't have good gut bacteria? Then chances are you're not going to have balanced reactions to stress and external triggers that are happening. So as a result of this, a lot of my friends are having wins with having mental stability and support. Just being able to think I can do it, not being so overwhelmed when you're focusing on balancing your gut, because you have the right amount of, your hormones are more balanced overall, and you have the right amount of mood boosting hormones too. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to my dear good friend, Erica Rouse, to share a little bit about her testimony, and then we can go into products.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I didn't know what we were supposed to do.
The producer. Okay, so hey guys, y'all heard from me earlier. You've heard some really fantastic testimonies about all the things related to gut health. And I'll just share with you guys that we're in this 45 minutes, and we're long-winded, maybe an hour that we're with y'all. We're gonna just really touch on the very tippity tip of the iceberg. If you follow me on social, you saw me post a picture of this magazines, and I never buy magazines. You go in the store and you're about to check out and they have them all right there. And there were some beautiful Essence covers. There were some beautiful magazine covers, but the one that grabbed my eye and made me pay $12.99, y'all know, even when we grab a magazine, when we look at the price, we're like, I'm not paying $14.99 for home and decor. I'll look it up on Pinterest. But I had to have this book, you guys, because sometimes when you're a part of this community, you can start to question yourself. Like, am I just drinking the Kool-Aid? Am I just going crazy like the rest of everybody? And I promise you, reading through this literature reminds me, no, it's not us that have gone crazy. It's everybody else that's not talking about gut health. They're actually the crazy ones. I'm going to share with you my testimony, but I had to tell y'all this, especially because it's so relevant to what we're talking about right now. The very second chapter is your immune system and inflammation. And when Rachel talks about the product, she's, I love scientists because the way she breaks down the products and talking about having an inflamed body and what the triplex, what the Plexus products are actually doing to help us reduce inflammation and the benefits of that. Some of us that may be zoning out, you're like, well, I don't need any of that. You don't know that your body is inflamed. And then to bring it on home further, chronic inflammation, and you guys can't, chronic inflammation can make you more susceptible to COVID-19. I did not say that. I'm just reading what's here on the paper. And so what we're talking about on today, on this Sunday, is so relevant to everything that we're experiencing right now. So I'm the opposite of Rachel. She grew up, and I didn't know that Mama Edith Stell tried to give y'all a cake made with wheat germ. Lord have mercy, Jesus. We drank Kool-Aid in our house, all that stuff, right? I mean, today, if I think, oh God, how did we drink a glass of just sugar? We drank Kool-Aid, we had all the things, frozen pizzas.
Wait, I hate to interrupt you, but I have to say it. Victoria can know. She knows. She came to our house, and my mama only let us have soda if we had our 8 cups of water. So Victoria and I stood at the refrigerator and chugged water until we were almost sick. And Victoria was like, "That's okay. I don't want it anymore." And so, that was us. Yeah.
I love it, Mama.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. But you know what? My mom is here with me now. And when you know better, you do your best to do better. And so when Rachel introduced me to the products, I didn't know about the wheat germ cake, but I did know that she has a lifetime of just caring about health, caring about wellness, being conscientious about what she put in her mouth. Me, not so much. I love a cupcake, all the things. And historically, for those of you guys that know me, you know that, I've been a pageant queen. I've won swimsuit competitions. I've been in the NFL, NFL cheerleader. I've done all the things where you needed to be skinny. But I never thought about, of course, I thought about working out and eating right, but we would take shortcuts. I mean, to take a stimulant pill, a weight loss pill, whatever the latest weight loss pill was to get your weight down. Because it wreaks havoc on your body. And usually when you lose weight like that, when it comes back with 5 friends that it went to go find and a few more other people and some extra stuff. So I just said, I'm just gonna go hysterectomy a few years ago, and I felt like if I could just keep from gaining weight, that is a win for me. My hope was very low. But here's what happened, y'all. When
Hey, Erica, your internet is going out. I hate to miss this. Your internet is going in and out.
I think we lost her completely because we lost the screen.
Okay, no problem. She's going to log back on, and when she does, we'll pick up where we left off. But what she was explaining was all the things that were non-weight related, which is what I love about her testimony, because she went in basically just trying not to gain weight, right? And listening to me about and having,
Can y'all hear me?
We can now. Yes.
Okay. So when I started the regimen, I had some challenges that I really equated to my travel schedule, my hysterectomy, my age, and it was my new normal. I would be very tired on the weekends, but I traveled most of the week. So I said, well, I'm tired. Who wouldn't be tired if you've been in and out of the airport, I had a pretty stressful role at my day job. And everything I excused, I had developed a really bad anxiety, and physical symptoms, my heart would race, my stomach would be upset. And I had gone to the doctor and I had said, I got to get help because I can't function like this. Um, I need to be able to go through my day without feeling sick every day. And if anybody's on the call that's ever struggled with anxiety, you know that it is a very physical manifestation. And you can, as women of faith, you pray, you believe, you're like, okay, Lord, deliver me from this. But it seemed like I just couldn't get on top of it. So you see on the screen, I got 2 prescriptions to help me with my anxiety and all of that. And so when I started the regimen, it was at the beginning of shutdown. They had just announced that the gym was going to close. That scared me because I thought, wow, the only thing I felt like keeping me from becoming, big as 3 houses was our cycle community at the gym, being able to go and do that. And I thought, whoa, Lord, I'm nervous now because I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, this will maybe be short-lived. But because I was home, and I had the products, I thought, but you know what? I'll do these products. We'll see what happens. And I can do it consistently. I'm not moving around. I'm not traveling. I'll be here to the kitchen or whatever. Well, what ended up happening, you guys, is the weight thing kind of got totally sidetracked because I started feeling all of these other benefits, and improvement in my natural energy. Those feelings of anxiousness starting to subside. Now that freaked me out, because I had been dealing with it for over a year. I've had a panic attack that sent me to the hospital. Like, I was so afraid that I had heart workups. I'd gone to the cardiologist because I said, something is wrong with me. And so for those symptoms to start to minimize during a pandemic, that doesn't even make natural sense. How does it happen? Let me tell you, I'm reading from my magazine again. You guys can see this. A growing body of research suggests that for many people, anxiety and depression gets its foothold in the gut. So what I'm here to tell you all is that the picture on the right is from my birthday last September. During a global pandemic, I actually was able to, Rachel calls it DC, my medicine or something like that. DC, my prescription medicine, improve my natural energy. And even though there has been a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, my personal story or my personal trajectory with anxiety has actually improved, y'all. My sleep has improved. My mind doesn't race like it was racing. And so, yes, I'm a big advocate for paying attention to your gut health. Is Plexus the only way to do that? No, you can go and, maybe plan I don't know what you would have to do to replace the benefits that you can get in 3 really simple to use, great tasting products. But why would you want to? When we lay it out for you, make it easy to do, and where you can see the benefits in yourself and your family. You hear people say they're a lifer. Well, I definitely am a lifer, and I'm so grateful that Rachel introduced me to this family of fantastic products. My mom's on the call. She is a lifer also. And so many of the people that we care so much about that trusted us, that we're not hawking products, but that we really are we hope that we're educating people on another way to achieve your health goals through plant-based supplementation.
Thank you so much, Erica. Okay, so I know the call is running a little bit longer than we, but I hope you stick in there with us, because I gotta tell you, and I'm sure some of y'all are like, okay, well, what is this? Because it's too good to be true, right? What are they saying? What is Plexus? What is TriPlex? So Plexus is a company that has developed a boutique line of products, plant-based products that address gut imbalance. So when you address gut imbalance, you do see a relief from things that you might be trying to manage or have decided are going to be normal for you, right? So the first product that was developed by the company was called Slim. Don't let the name fool you. It is the pink drink, but it's not just for weight loss. We do have a hunger control slim that has more fiber so that it is helping to make you feel fuller. So, but it's not anything like a weight loss that you would traditionally think of, like a prescription or something over the counter that makes you feel jittery, heart race, all of that. So basically what happens in your gut is once you start giving your gut good bacteria and feeding it with prebiotics, then it starts to thrive, starts to kill off the bad bacteria. And when you have a system that helps your body naturally eliminate the bad bacteria, you see how you're weeding, seeding, and feeding your gut. You're constantly on a consistent basis getting that balance. Your sugar feeds your bad bacteria. So if you have a strong carb craving or sugar craving, then chances are you have more bad bacteria than good. If you are craving salads and you are making good food choices, chances are your balance of your good gut bacteria is higher. So that's how it works. I want you to think about that. It's not necessarily as you balance out your gut, inflammation goes down. Leaky gut, what leaky gut is where you have holes or the integrity of your colon, your intestines is compromised. So toxins leak out. And then your body responds to it because your body's primary goal is to protect itself, right? So then it sends that inflammation out. So if you have imbalanced gut, toxins coming out, inflammation is high, what happens when you have an external trigger, like an injury, or some kind of disease that you're trying to manage with prescriptions? Well, then your immune system has to go up even higher. So that's why the incidence of autoimmune diseases where they don't know the origin are getting higher as a result of just what we're eating, our not being able to move around as much, and then low soil quality, prescription medications, all those things contribute to that. So you can see where reversing that damage can really set you up to heal your body, to heal itself. So the slim, the way that it works, it does have beetroot extract. It is naturally sweetened with stevia. It does have chromium that helps keep your blood sugars in a healthy range. Also has ALA, alpha lipoic acid, which helps with cell integrity or integrity detox at the cellular level. So consistently what you're doing is giving your food those fibers to feed the good gut bacteria, giving your body the fibers to feed your good gut bacteria. You are helping to naturally decrease inflammation with that beetroot extract and cleaning out your cells. So a lot of people are seeing sweet tooths go away, ability to make better food choices, your carb cravings are lessened, and then you are feeling natural energy, right? Not jittery. And so you want to move around more. You see where I'm going with this? So consistently replacing the sodas and the coffee. Coffee is not bad. If you're drinking black coffee, kudos to you, but 99% of people don't drink coffee without all of the other stuff. I will point out artificial sweeteners kill your good gut bacteria. So if you think about what I just told you about the role of your good gut bacteria and artificial sweeteners every day with everything you ingest or drink is killing it off, you're counterproductive, right? So that's why we want to use natural sweeteners like stevia, which is what we use in our product, and keep your good gut bacteria thriving. Once you drink the slim, you also have a second product. Erica, if you can bring up that next slide, I'm going to talk really quick about BioCleanse and ProBio 5. So BioCleanse helps us naturally eliminate toxins. We should be eliminating after every meal. I thought I was regular because I went pretty consistently once a day. Now I know that that's not regular, y'all. And now I know that a lot of things that may hold you back from eliminating one of the things could be a magnesium deficiency. This product is not a laxative. And a laxative, all the laxative does is, of course, help increase your bowel movements, but the integrity of what's coming out with proper magnesium supplementation is what we're looking for with the detox, natural detox process. Getting rid of that harmful bacteria. It has vitamin C, has bioflavonoids. Those work together to help your smooth muscle, help decrease cramping, help some people that have magnesium deficiencies show up as migraine headaches. And then it helps just to keep your balance system, keep that bad bacteria that these that your good bacteria is trying to kill off. It's getting it out of there. So ProBio 5, it has to be one of my top 3. I have a lot of favorites, but probably my top 3, because as a healthcare professional, as a pharmacist, I am often asked about probiotics, and before now, I didn't know the difference. Probiotics are very important because, and the way they're manufactured and which probiotic, they're not all created equal is what I'm trying to say. So ProBio 5 has 5 strains of probiotics. The technology that is used is freeze dried. What does that mean? That means that it actually gets to your gut, it starts planting itself, and then you're feeding it with prebiotic fibers, right? So then it's helping also to, there's a product or one of the strains of probiotics that is an antifungal. So remember I told you how the candida and the bad bacteria, if it's talking louder, it is very vigilant. So that antifungal probiotic is helping to beat that down. So you're seeding your gut with good gut bacteria, you're helping to kill off the bad, and then you're getting rid of it with the BioCleanse, and you're feeding it with the Slim. So that's why Triplex, which are those 3 products, is one of our favorite combination of products. Okay, what are you going to say next? Oh, well, I don't want to go through detox. Some people don't want to go through detox. They're scared of it. They don't, they think, oh, I'm going to be bloated. I'm going to have a little headache. I'm going to be tired. Those are some signs of detox. But when I tell you, when you push through it, and depending on how bad your dysbiosis is the balance of good to bad bacteria, the overgrowth of bad bacteria. Depending on where you are on that scale, that would kind of dictate, what kind of detox you might experience. Not everybody does. And the people who are more well hydrated and drink a gallon of water every day, like my sister Bridget, no, just kidding, drink half of their body weight in fluid ounces of water a day, can minimize those detox symptoms. But you do want to get rid of that bad bacteria because it's holding us back in so many different ways. As a result of understanding the way that the Triplex works to help to decrease inflammation and decrease weight loss, it takes time. 2 to 3 months. We asked you to give it 90 days, 60 to 90 days. As a result of that, the company has designed weight loss support products, right? And some people do only do weight loss support products. They're not ready to go through healing their gut, right? They want to see some pounds lost first. So some products that we have that we can share with you, the person who invited you can talk about that. But I think it's more important to talk about how people are balancing out blood pressure, blood sugar. I have a rock star friend who is phenomenal in all the ways. And when she started getting consistent, and when she called me in month 4 and told me she was discontinued off her insulin, and her doctor was amazed at her progress, that's when I knew that I couldn't. I have an obligation. Pam's on the call. She can put in the chat. I have an obligation to tell people. I have an obligation when somebody is on Facebook and they're at their wits' end because they've tried all the things and they don't know about gut health. Well, who am I? Because I have this information and this knowledge to be able to help somebody be free from something that they're dealing with, either from their health or financially.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we're not staying up at night like our fearless leader Robin says, staying up at night worried about our migraine headache, worried about how we're going to pay our bills. And this, and I know it sounds like, oh, well, that now she's talking about something totally different, but it all goes together. And that's what this opportunity has been able to afford me, to be able to impact people at this level is so phenomenal. So how do we get started? You know, put your questions in the chat. We have a awesome boutique line of products like we talked about. You get with the person who invited you to this call. They have they will help you. You tell them what your top 3 health goals are. You tell them what you're working on, what you're looking to get relief from, and they'll help you pick your pack. Pick your welcome pack. Step 2, you create a plan to track. They'll help you track your goals. Not every goal is tracked on a scale, and that's what I tell people. Well, they stopped Plexus because they hadn't lost weight, but when we went into it, you told me you wanted to bring your A1C down. So, you know, they'll help you. Just keep that in perspective, right? And then we have perks. As a wholesale customer right now, you have the opportunity to enroll for $1. Normally that price is $39.95 to enjoy the wholesale discount for the year. But you can enroll for $1 up until tomorrow, the 15th of this month. And the welcome packs are either $209 or $109. So the $109 is a triplex or a 3-product combo, and the $209 are larger combos, 6 to 8 products. And as a wholesale customer, you also bring up the, let me talk about 60-day money back guarantee. So 60-day money back guarantee is the company's way of telling you, we know that these products will work if you are consistent for at least 60 days. So let's say you get 60 days into it and there's one product or something you don't like. The company will give you your money back. I don't know. There's not a lot of things that I've tried that I was like, oh, it just sat in my closet or it was in the trash. You know, and that to me speaks volumes about what the company is saying about our products and our belief in our products. As a wholesale customer, you earn free products, perks points, and you have the opportunity to generate income by sharing the products. I don't sell anything. And people, you know, early on, I have to admit, I was like, oh, what are people going to think me selling this? You know, I'm a pharmacist. What is that going to be? But when you realize that you're helping people to equip that, or really find the answer to what they've been praying about, or maybe the relief that they didn't understand or believe they could ever have, then there's an obligation, like I talked about earlier, to share the benefits of these products. My sister did that for me. I got started in this business because I was helping her. So I was helping her, and in February, you know, January of 2020, February 2020, I'm like, okay, yeah. She's like, I'm thinking about doing it. And then on the 22nd, she had her business launch in her office. That was when we could go in person. And I was there, Rhea was there, and we were all excited. There were so many wins from just that event. And one of them were Dr. Tracy Petrie, who was a dentist and my sister's mentor. And Tracy had shared in a week after that event, Tracy had shared with 3 people the benefits of the product, because she left with Active and she was feeling so great. And I said, well, what is that? Adrian said Tracy got, or Dr. Williams said Tracy got 3. And I said, well, what is that? That's 3 people to help, you know, that she shared the products with. I said, oh, well, I have 3 people I can share the products with. And so on March the 16th, my mother-in-law became my first ambassador on my journey, on my sharing journey. And since then, if you look at the rank, since then, I and my team, some of my team have ranked to all of these really Emerald. I'm Emerald. So yes, ripple effect to change. If you look on here, I am now an Emerald ambassador with Plexus. And what that just means is that I don't have to leave my house to enjoy some of the benefits that I was looking for in my career, which would be an additional stream of income, driving a company car. I did earn my Plexus Lexus last year, and traveling, even though we can't travel, I have earned several trips, which I had just, you know, just said, well, later when I can go on vacation, we'll go on vacation. But now The only thing I'm waiting on is the pandemic to get under control, because I'm earning trips, the VIP trips, to places that I've never been before, like Hawaii. So get with a person who invited you. And what if this could change everything? And that's what I thought when Adrian said, Tracy got her 3. And I was like, oh, well, what if I could get my 3? I could get my 3. And now it's been 3, and they've gotten their 3, they've gotten their 3. And that's just how this thing works. You just share what works. So thank you for joining us. I really appreciate all the people who have poured into me, supported me, and trusted me with what's important to them. And be it health or wealth, or just the possibility or the option to know that there is better out there for us. So thank you guys so much for your time. And I will see if there's any questions.
Yes, we'll open the floor for questions now. So please unmute yourself, or we'll check the chat to see if there were any questions in the chat that Rachel didn't address. And then of course we want to acknowledge our beautiful Sapphire Ambassador, Adrian, her sister, who got the ball going and rolling. And I think Rhea is on the call also, who is our just gorgeous. And when I say beautiful and gorgeous, I mean inside out. I'm not talking about just people's outside. Diamond Ambassador, who's had for those who've heard her testimony, has just had a life-changing trajectory with the products and the opportunity.
Okay, I don't really see any questions in the chat. So get with the person who invited you. If they don't get with you quick enough, well, they will get with you. If they don't get with you quick enough, you get with them. Because there's something for everybody here. And we're just so glad that you're entertaining the opportunity to change your life just like we have.
And if your name is not on the screen, will you just let us know who you are? There is a promotion that the person who invited you would want to share with you, and make sure that you get that promo code, just like we do with everything else. When there's a special or a sale, we're like, girl, did you get the promo code? So if you'll just give us your name so we can make sure you get the promo code, because it's worth an additional savings on anything you do.
Yes, and if you haven't already been added to our testimony page, Journey to Health and Happiness, it is chock full of product information and testimonies. Oh, I mean, you would be really amazed. It's a great resource, because sometimes people get off the call, well, I didn't have any of those things, and you miss because we didn't have our very beautiful Miss Debbie share about her testimony with MS. We didn't hear from Nikki Swain about, just her as a nurse, how she's improving her health and her wellness mentally. Now, we didn't hear about, from Pam just being discontinued off of her insulin, working with her doctor. There's a lot of things that we didn't hear about. We didn't hear from Julie, our mom of her very beautiful autistic son, who now is seeing leaps and bounds better progress from his speech therapist. We didn't hear about those things, and that just because we didn't say it on here doesn't mean that that this cannot. It's for everybody, y'all. So I can keep going on and on and on. So I'm just gonna stop there. Thank y'all so much. Have a great afternoon.
Okay. You're welcome.
Great call, y'all. Thank you.
I thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Love the information.
Thank you so much for listening in.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Look
Thank
at
you,
Team Jackson
Rachel.
representing. Team Jackson didn't talk about her bodybuilding wins.
Wow.
Her training wins,
Her
right?
training wins on Plexus. We didn't hear about the medals and the pro card and all of that. We didn't hear about that.
That's to come. That's to come.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up, BB.
Or Dr. Tracy Petrie.
Yeah, that's to come. Yeah.
Yes, so we're so excited. I'm so excited to have one of my mentors, Dr. Anjanette Wyatt, on the line. She has owns an independent pharmacy, but she is very instrumental in legislation around what goes on with pharmacists and in our pharmacies. So I so appreciate her because I know she's busy for joining, and look forward to talking to you more about this. And Adrian, you can stop the recording. I see my Sarah Tracy Warner. She is